Hi everybody, Mopsy here again. Uh, Rena's having a problem when she's um, trying to convert an image that she's getting just way too many jump stitches. So I asked her to send me the file, and this is the image that she's trying to digitize. And if I go into Singer, first of all, I just want to show you what the problem is. So I'm going to open the file, create Autopunch, select the file, and there we go. It's about 4 inches, and see it's got about 12 colours to it, which isn't so bad. I'll drag that down, and at this moment I'm just going to finish, because it really doesn't matter what I'm going to do here, because you're going to see all the jumps. So I've been using my computer hard this morning, so I probably should have rebooted it. So bearing in mind that's the image. Come on, computer. And while I'm waiting for that to come up, if I show the image used is over 30,000, I keep coming back again to the fact that the quality of your output will only be as good as the quality of the image that you input. And I can hear you all now saying yuck. And if I zoom into that, maybe even zoom in a little bit more, look at all those jump stitches. I'll go realistic view. Yeah, side to side, side to side. And even if I come up to the optimizer and ask it to clean up the jump stitches, yeah, nothing much is happening there. So there you go, that's it with the jump stitches cleaned up. And I think you'll agree that's really not acceptable. I go to the normal size. I suppose it's done a reasonable automatic job, but I'm sure we can do better, so I'm not going to save that. So what I did very quickly is I cleaned the image up. If you look here, you can see all the different, well, I'm hoping you can see all the different colours, how fuzzy the lines are, and so it's not really surprising. And I've said it before, Singer has to look at every single one of those dots on there and decide what to do with it to convert it. What I've done is I've just cleaned it up, so it's maybe not so pretty, but I've got straighter lines there. But anyway, let's give it a go with this one. I'm going to delete this one, and I'm going to leave this one open for a specific reason. Hopefully you'll see why in a moment. So here we go again. I'm going to ask for a new hoop. I'm going to create an auto punch, and oops, went too far. So here we go. There's my version of it. Still the 4 inches. Now when we have a look at the colours, it's only seeing 5 colours, which is fine. The green part there is too small. It's probably seeing that as background, but we'll at this stage it's not a problem. So I'm going to go next. And again, wait for my, this is not a Singer problem at the moment with me, it's a computer problem. So here we go. Classify blocks. Okay, I'm going to classify them that anything less than 2mm will be satin column stitch, anything greater will be filled in. And when we get to the next screen, this is where you need to take the time, and I keep stressing and emphasizing that. not that it's not responding, it's just my laptop. I need a new laptop desperately. Um, this one's old and worn out. While we're waiting, anybody with the Singer Futura's Quintet, Quartet, XL400, 500, 6700 and all those, if you're needing a bobbin case, put the link as always in the comments below. The best ones, the best price at the moment is still through Karen off eBay. Fast free delivery. They're only 19 and they're the genuine cases, and you can't go wrong with them. So I'll put the link in the comments below if anybody's interested in that. So here we go. So this custom stitch block screen is the important one. I'm going to turn this preview off at the moment, and how the Singer wants to print or stitch this out at the moment is, this is the first item that it'll stitch, then it wants to do this one, then this one, then this one, and so on, moving left and right down this screen. And the order that you put things in this number 6 screen, the customized stitch block, is the order that they will stitch out in. Now if we go back to our image, you really always want to start with what's furthest away from you and work forward. So in this case, the base of the monitor needs to be stitched before the stand. Likewise, the screen needs to be ideally stitched before the monitor is stitched, and then you want the blue behind the buttons. They should be the last things on this area that need stitching. So first we're going to do the ones that this grey colour here, which is the stand part of the screen and part of the mouse there. So I want to do screen, base, and then that part of the mouse. So come back into my program here, and the first one I want to do is this, which is this top part of the screen here. So that needs to be the first thing, so I need to move that up to the very top of it. Okay. The next thing is this grey stand, the bottom of the stand here. So let me come down and find that there, and while I'm here, there's that mouse. So I'm going to hold my control key down, pick that up as well, and move them both up at the same time, right up to the top. I'm going to move him up again. So there's the screen, I'll move him up one, there's the stand, and then that's the part of the mouse that we want. So if I come back here, so we've done that part, and that part of the mouse. Okay, so what we're going to do next, I think we ought to do this, the dark black part. So we need to do the bug, the other part of the mouse, the screen, and the stand. Let me just close that window off. So bug, mouse, screen, stand, if I can remember that. So let's come down and find the bug. There he is. There's the bug, and there's the bottom part of the screen, there's the stand and the mouse. So I'm going to hold my control key down and pick up this one, and this one as well, and I'm going to move all of those up. There's no fast way of doing this. You can't drag them up, I tried. Okay, so see where we're at. Okay, so I'm confusing myself here. So anyway, let me move that back up where it needs to go. That was my fault. Okay, move that up. I'm sorry if I'm confusing everybody. So there was the first part, the base of the stand, the part of the mouse, and now we want the bug, the bottom of the mouse, the stand, and the screen. So we want the bug next, then the mouse, then the base, and then the bottom of the screen. So we've now done the bug, the mouse, the bottom half of the stand, the stand and the bottom half of the screen. And if you notice, there's the part of his nose there. Now I knew I'd missed that, but it was deliberately just to show you on there, that part there, by keeping the graphic open. And you can do this in Microsoft Paint or whichever program. I happen to use Paint Shop Pro, but I think it always helps to have that program open. So here we go, let's move it up, move it up. So he's part of the bug, so he needs to come immediately. Oh, there. So there's the bug, there's that part on his nose, bottom of the mouse, the stand, and the bottom half of the screen. Okay, let's go back. So that was his nose we just did. Now what do we do next? We might as well do the orange next. So I'm going to do the screen, and then his nose, and then slowly work my way around his body. What Singer's doing at the moment is it's starting at the top here, then coming over to the screen, then coming over to this block, and then coming over to this block and coming over, and that's why you're getting all those jumps. So screen is next, and that's what I want. Then I want his nose next, so let's move that up. And let's see where, so we've done the screen, we've done his nose. So actually this little bit down here is the next one that I want. So let's go and find that. That's this piece. So here's next. Then I need this piece. Move up, move up. So that was that piece and that piece. Now I want the wings, which is this one, so move up. So this is the wings done. Now I want the dot. So you say you don't have to use a graphic program like I'm doing here. This is just to show you like the order that I'm choosing, so I minimize the jumps, so I'm sort of coming round in a slow loop around the design. So that one's next, then that one, and then this one. Okay, so we've come round, and then we're doing that one, and that one. So what do we want to do next? Probably the background and then the dots. So the background is there already, so we want the 3 dots. Now this is background that we don't want, so I can get rid of those. They're the keys on the keyboard, and here are the 3 dots. So selecting one, holding my control key down on my keyboard, selecting the second and third, and I'm going to move those up above all the keys. One more. Okay, so that's the block behind the buttons on the monitor. And then we have the 3 buttons. I'd like to get it in order, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to have a look at the preview, and if you look carefully, that's the middle button, that's the 3rd button, that's the first one. So the first button I need to move up, and that one I need to move down. So I've now got the buttons 1, 2, 3. And if you look carefully, you could see it on there, but you might have to wait to do it on your own screen before you see that. So that was that, and then 1, 2, 3. Next I want to do like the background of the keyboard with this side piece and this part here, so let's go and find those. So that's next, so I'll move him up. I'm going to turn the preview window off because that gets in the way, and then we have these two other parts of the keyboard I need to move up above the keys. Okay, so there's three parts of the background of the keyboard. This, hang on, so that's that one, and that one done. This is this part here, which will be the last part to be done. So I'm actually going to get hold of him and move him down to the very bottom. Okay, and that's about it, apart from the fact that the keys, when it comes to do the keys, ideal world, you need to start at one point and then move the blocks around, so you stitch this one, then this one, then this one, then this one, this one, this one, and just come down like in order. As it is, it's going to be jumping across them, but I haven't got time to mess around and do that. So there we go. So next, I've already told it anything less than 2 to be column, but what I want to do here, I'm going to select, I'll turn the preview off, select the first one, select the last one, and at the moment I'm going to say let's make those 3.5. My numlock's going on, and mainly everything's filled, but now I'm going to come just to this one, make that satin 3 in the density, and that part on his nose, that little part down the front of his nose, I want that to be satin and 3. It's already saying it was column because it's less than 2 millimeters, which is why it didn't change when I changed the others. So anyway, so next, finish. And let's see what we're going to get. Hopefully not as many jump stitches as we had on the first design. Realistic view. Let's come in, and I'm going to change that background just for now to white, because hopefully it will show up a little bit better what's going on. Let me zoom in. So for the most part the jumps are going from one and then in order around, but when it comes to the keyboard, you can see here where it's making a few unnecessary jumps there, so you just have to take your time to do that. If I go into the redraw mode, and I can't speed this up any, but I will let it run through. So on that 6th screen, as you're going through the auto punch, this is the order that I told it I wanted to stitch in. First the screen, then the base, then the mouse, and then the bug. After the bug comes his nose. Actually, time-wise, I'm not going to let him stitch all the way out, but hopefully you get the idea that the way it's stitching now is the order I told it to stitch. So there he comes up there, and then there's that little bit for his nose, and so it goes on. So if I'm going to fast forward that one, then that one, that one, that one, and 1, 2, 3 on the buttons, the base there, the base there, and then this is the order that it's stitching the buttons in. Not bad, and whatever you do, you're still going to have jumps in there. But anyway, Rena, I hope this has helped. I hope it's helped somebody else as well. But the key thing is the image that you use. Okay, far better you use this image here, which is nice and clean and crisp, with very few colours, as opposed to this one. I really can't emphasise that enough, and I do say it every time. It will be as good quality as the image that you use to create it, and this one now still needs a lot of work to it. Changing fill patterns, changing densities, stitching it out, maybe even resizing it. But I hope that's helped everybody. And as I say, I apologise, I haven't been around for a while, guys. Hopefully I'm getting back into the swing of things now. So you all take care, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.